The morning starts with a quiet, almost lazy kind of energy. A small-town diner, the kind where the coffee is always hot and the conversations are even hotter. One man casually shrugs off breakfast like it's nothing. "I'm not really a breakfast guy," he says, leaning back like he's said it 1,000 times before. But the other guy? Oh, he's not letting that slide. "Breakfast is the most important meal of the day," he fires back confidently. And just like that, a simple statement turns into a full-blown debate. "You really believe that?" comes the challenge. And then the truth bomb drops. You know who says that? Not doctors, not scientists. It's the companies. Kellogg's, General Mills, the same people selling you cereal and frozen waffles. Suddenly, breakfast isn't about health anymore. It's about business. It's about marketing. It's about control. The conversation gets sharper, more sarcastic, more real. "You think cavemen were sitting around eating waffles?" he scoffs. "No. If they ate anything in the morning, it was probably bone marrow or some dried meat, not cornflakes." The tone is rough, but the logic hits hard. It's not just a joke, it's a perspective shift. The coffee keeps flowing, but now the mood changes. The talk drifts from breakfast to cigarettes. "Y'all sell any?" he asks, already knowing the answer. "Not since the 90s, comes the reply. But he doesn't give up easily. He jokes about secret stashes, about sending someone on a scavenger hunt, because in his world, coffee alone isn't enough to survive a Monday.
And then, just like that, the scene shifts. Now we're in the middle of a high-stakes business war. The tone is tense, aggressive, filled with sharp words and even sharper intentions. Danny is furious. Tommy is calm, but dangerous. The argument? A contract worth $500 million. Danny pushes hard, claiming there's been a change in control after the death of Monty. But Tommy doesn't back down. He stands firm, explaining that ownership hasn't changed, only leadership has. And in this game, that difference means everything. The conversation escalates fast. Danny doesn't trust the new leadership. He doesn't believe in Monty's wife running the company. To him, she's just a trophy wife, trying to handle something she doesn't understand. But Tommy, he's not having it. He reminds Danny of one simple truth. Every dollar Danny ever made came from the ground that Tommy managed. Every success, every profit, it all ties back to him. And if Danny wants to play games now, Tommy is ready to shut everything down.
That's the kind of power we're dealing with. As the tension builds, the world outside keeps moving. The radio buzzes with news about oil prices dropping, about the economy shifting, about opportunities rising and falling. But to Tommy, it's just noise. "Play a song already," he snaps, annoyed by the endless chatter. Even during a simple drive, his mind is racing. Business, risks, people, everything is a calculation. He jokes, he complains, he argues with the radio like it's a real person. But beneath all that, there's experience, there's pain, there's history. Then comes a softer moment, a conversation with Cammie, Monty's wife. She's not naive. She knows there were secrets. She expected flaws. But what scares her isn't the past. It's the uncertainty of the future. The empire her husband built might not be as solid as it looks. Tommy gives her advice that cuts deep. This business, the goal is to get out. Not build forever, not hold on. Build it, grow it, and sell it before it destroys you. Because in this world,
Because soon, it's back to business. Deals, risks, lessons. Tommy takes a young, inexperienced guy and breaks down the harsh reality of the oil world. Millions of dollars at stake. Contracts nobody fully understands. And one wrong move, it can bury you in debt for life. But instead of letting him fail, Tommy offers something bigger. An opportunity. A second chance. Not just to work, but to learn the game. To master it. To turn instincts into millions. First you learn the rules, he says. Then you bend them. And if you're good enough,
you break them. That line alone tells you everything about this world. And just when you think things can't get more intense, the stakes rise again. Offshore drilling, hundreds of millions on the line, a 10% chance of success. Most people would walk away, but not here, not in this business. Because this isn't just about oil, it's about risk, power, ego, legacy. Some people play it safe, others bet everything. And as the story unfolds, one thing becomes crystal clear. This world doesn't reward the careful. It rewards the bold, the ruthless, the ones willing to lose it all just for a shot at winning bigger. So if you enjoyed this intense, high-stakes story filled with drama, power, and raw reality, don't forget to support the channel. Hit that like button, subscribe for more amazing stories like this, and drop a comment below telling me what you think. Would you take a risk like this or play it safe? I'll see you in the next video. Stay sharp, stay curious, and remember, sometimes the biggest rewards come from the biggest risks.